Hey guys, today's lesson is about some major classes of medicinal drugs. It is one of my favorite chapters. We will be dealing with drugs that you have already tried, or at least you have heard about a lot. After we finish this chapter, you will be able to distinguish among types of medicines and you will understand the role of the most famous drugs used in Lebanon. In total, we have 7 major classes of drugs. I'm going to list them now. However, in this lesson, and for the sake of time, I'm just gonna explain the first 3 classes. The 7 classes are analgesics, in Arabic means المسكنات, anesthetics means البنج, antacids هيدا اللي بيتاخد اللي معه حرقة، anti-inflammatories دواء الالتهاب، antidepressants ضد الكآبة، tranquilizers مهدئات، and finally antibiotics, which is a medicine used to kill bacteria. Starting by the first class, which I assume it is the most commonly used drug in Lebanon and in the whole world, which is analgesics. Analgesics are drugs used to reduce or eliminate pain. Common examples are Panadol, aspirin, and morphine. Analgesics are classified into 3 categories. The first category is called narcotics. It contains drugs that are used to treat patients having severe pain, such as patients who are in the 4th stage of cancer. An example of narcotics is morphine. The second category is called antipyretic. That are drugs that contains or they are used to reduce fever, such as Panadol, knowing that the active ingredient of Panadol is known as paracetamol. And finally, the last group of analgesics is known by anti-rheumatic, which contains drugs that reduce inflammation of joints. An example of anti-rheumatic is aspirin, knowing that the active ingredient of aspirin is called acetylsalicylic acid. Keep in mind that morphine, Panadol, and aspirin are all under the umbrella of analgesics because they eliminate pain. The second class of medicinal drug that I'll be explaining now is anesthetics. Anesthetics are drugs that result in total loss of pain sensation يلي هو البنج. I'm going to list common examples that are commonly used in Lebanon. For example, cocaine. It is used a lot in hospitals. Ethyl chloride. It is used commonly by athletics. They use it as a spray which results in total loss of pain and allow players to resume their play. Another example is diethyl ether, which is applied by inhalation as shown in the below patient or picture. And this will lead to loss of consciousness. And finally, pentobarbital, which is applied using syringe, which also leads to total loss of consciousness. Now, anesthetics are classified into 2 families. The first one is called local anesthetics, which is applied on localized region in the body, and it lasts for a short period of time. Example, cocaine and ethyl chloride. Whereas the second family of anesthetics is known as general anesthetics, which provides total loss of sensation and consciousness, such as diethyl ether and pentobarbital. Anesthetics have common side effects, which are listed below: vomiting, nausea, respiratory failure, and heart problems. Please note that whenever doctors need to apply anesthesia before operation, they ask you to visit the hospital ahead of time to measure your weight, your height, and make sure you have no infections before the surgery. In case they make a mistake, then an overdose of anesthesia may result in coma or death. Finally, we're gonna finish this lesson while talking about antacids, which are drugs used to treat problems caused by excessive gastric acid. The common medicines that we use in Lebanon to neutralize this acidity are Malox and Reni. Thanks for listening. In case you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me on WhatsApp. Stay home, stay safe.